Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the show, which has no name, and we talk comic books and movies here and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we don't have a name for the show, do we?
Really? It says Wonder Woman 84, Watchmen, Mulan.
That's this week's title. How's it going, guys? How's it going, Lou?
I'm well. Look, before we get into the good stuff, let's just discuss that debacle of a fracking crappy episode known as Crisis on Infinite Earth. Because
Why?
that
Wait,
crap.
wait a minute. Why you gotta do me like that, man? Was on a high note. We
But
got
we
tons of
can finish
trailers.
on all the other good stuff. Let's just get it out.
Okay. I watched Crisis this morning.
So did
I
I.
I was highly actually this afternoon. I was highly disappointed. Not so. I've watched how many episodes of Arrow this season?
10.
So there's two more episodes, right? Um, yeah, two.
No,
There's no
because
there's no Arrow this week, right?
there's no Arrow this week. He's going to come back and finish his run on the back half.
Yeah, so three more episodes. So I'm fine with you know Oliver dying. Sorry, spoiler if you haven't watched it. I'm fine with that. First of all, I didn't like the way it was handled. Number one, the episode felt like it was a speed rush, and I knew they were going to do this, which is one of the things that I think was going to be annoying. And it kind of harkens to what the guy who plays Lex Luthor, Michael Moore Rosenbaum, said. He said, "Look, they just went in for a cameo. I like the little cameos of like the 1966 Batman,
That was retarded.
but
That was
I
retarded.
wish they had done it at several points in time, not like a rush at the beginning. You know what I mean? So that we know that other worlds are going, and then you see his world, then you see the Michael Keaton Batman's world. You don't have to put it all in one episode. You don't have to rush the beginning like that.
Agreed. But when we got to Michael Keaton's world, it's not his bat symbol. It's Kate Kane's bat symbol.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yes, it wasn't the Batman symbol.
But that wasn't Earth One though. It
Like I said,
wasn't. No, no, no. It was Robin. It was Robin. I think it was Robin, not because she's from Earth One. Isn't she Batwoman in the same universe as Supergirl?
I don't, dude. This whole thing is all confusing now.
Yeah. No. So I thought she
Actually, no.
wasn't.
She's on Oliver's Earth.
Yeah, she's on Earth One with Oliver.
She's
Yeah.
on Earth One,
Yeah.
but it's like Oliver doesn't know who she is. He only knows her, I guess, as Batwoman. That part was confusing. It's like, hold up, but didn't you know she
It
was Kate Kane from last year?
it doesn't matter. Here's the thing that I took away from it. I was watched, and here's the problem with it because the last thing I watched last night was Watchmen.
Oh, but that's not a good show to like.
No, no,
That's apples to bananas.
no, no, no. Those are good fruits. That's literally you going having like a steak, and then you're having like who makes a worse fast food burger? Because McDonald's is actually not bad, but just the worst fast food burger you can think of, right? That's the jump down from here. I just looked at it and I went, this was a wasted opportunity. Wasted. I get it. I expected it to be like last year's Elseworld or the one before. I'm like, yes, it's campy. I mean, I know I'm not expecting anything fantastic, but I expected to see something where I'll go like, oh, okay, all right, that's cool. That's nice.
Dude, that's not even my issue. My issue is when Oliver yells at the monitor, "We need more time," and he decides to fight. My dude gets knocked down with a bag of arrows, and he stands back up with no arrows.
Look, first of all, who shot the
Editing
monitor? Wasn't that
arrow shot him.
and a whole monitor was shot by an arrow? That's the part that I just like. I thought I made a mistake when I was looking at. I was like, I'm just gonna go away. Hey, Rick, bad boy, how's it going, man? I thought that I was losing it in some form or fashion, so it was completely bad.
So you mean to tell me Supergirl started it? You could have carried over into the Batwoman show.
Us today, right?
I guess that's the one they're doing today. And then with Monday, you could have carried into with
Batwoman.
the Black Lightning.
So wait, what's today?
Today's supposed to be Black Lightning.
What I thought when does Batwoman air?
I'm confused with on Sundays.
Oh, okay, so that's why they started with Supergirl yesterday.
They started with Supergirl. They
Yeah.
could have gave us all 5 episodes literally this week. But they want to do this whole big. We're gonna give you 3, go on break, come back January 14th, and pow pow. Ain't gonna work.
It doesn't to me. It doesn't matter because there's a lot to watch on TV, right? So I'm not concerned. I just looked at it as wasted. And when they threw in Titans there, I was like, please don't bring
That
a
was
show
so
like. I was
stupid.
like, don't bring a show like this in here and just give me that. Like, oh, Titans. This is the dumbest superhero universe, and it should just die.
It
It
was the
literally should.
stupidest way to cameo the Titans. Because if spoiler, Jason Todd's arc, as far as in costume,
Don't. I haven't watched it yet, so don't mention anything.
it just made you will
No,
see.
yeah, it makes no sense. I understand it does, but it doesn't even. To me, it doesn't even. It's not just. It's bad. It's bad, and let's just move away from that. Let's go to the first trailer, which would be Black Widow. I think that came out last week, right?
Last week was Mulan, Black Widow. I don't
Uh,
know. Dude, we just got a slew of
Trailers.
trailers.
Well, let's start with Black Widow because that was the first one that dropped like in the middle of the night. Nobody
Yeah, that was a
knew.
little weird.
Well, they
I guess
wanted
it
to.
must have been a Jimmy Kimmel thing.
No, they wanted to make it. I feel they wanted to make it. She's a spy, right? She's a double agent. So they literally just dropped it. So everybody wakes up and like, oh, okay. But it still did well. I mean, like, I
I
like the.
enjoyed it
I enjoyed the trailer. I know Sam didn't like the trailer for certain things, and I
for the
I
music.
agree. The music, yeah, it was all right. But I think also some of the dialogue misplacements that they did on stuff like that.
But that's a trailer for you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fine. I think it was good. It got me at least interested in seeing it. I think it got a lot of people interested in seeing it. So I was like, okay, that was definitely spot on. And good job. So I think Black Widow will do well. That trailer at least gave me confidence that the movie's not going to feel like crap. At least from that trailer. Excuse me. No, not because it was going to, but I was like, I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to see if they were giving the full support of this, or it would be like an Ant-Man movie. You know what I mean? In that sense, Ant-Man is not considered top tier in terms of billing. You know,
Oh, she's not making $1 billion.
but it putting it out there. Then the movie that I think might make $2 billion. We talked about this, Mulan. They gave us the trailer with the feels. I
Yo,
mean, I was tearing up, man.
I never watched the animated. I
I
don't
I, I
care to
kinda,
watch
I
it.
kinda, I think I kinda did. I never really finished it. I think.
But dude, this trailer, I'm like, oh, I'm in. We gonna get some sword fighting and all this good martial arts to sign me up.
Yeah, so I noticed a lot of people, not a lot, but some people who did reactions who are a fan of the animated and don't know the history of Mulan. Some people were like, "Well, there's no Mushu, aka Eddie Murphy as the talking dragon," and the reason for that, of course, is the fact that look, in Mulan is a Chinese folktale from like the seventh dynasty. This is cultural for them, you know, and and also Mulan was a hated cartoon in China. Like no one liked it.
That
Be-
animated movie.
yeah, because of Mushu and some of the changes they made. So with this, they have to correct course and they have to get something closer. Plus, but also they added something that's very, very true to Chinese cinema and also Chinese folklore. Because I've watched a lot of Chinese movies that are based in like different dynasties and things like that, and there's a lot of mythology in there, so you don't have to create extra mythology. But if you wanted to add mythology or something like that, you have how like you had the general running up the wall, the bad guy, very 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 Chinese cinema martial arts stuff.
Some
You know,
crouching dragon, hidden tiger.
exactly that kind of thing where you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we're definitely going to see this. But it works for both audiences, both West and East, right? And then you've got a slew of very, very good, Chinese or Chinese descent actors all around. You got Donnie Yen, you got Jason Scott Lee, aka Mr. Bruce Lee, in the Bruce Lee movies. He's the bad guy. You've got uh I've forgotten the name of the lady who's a witch. She's a very big Chinese actress. Um,
Wasn't
and
she in Crouching Dragon?
no,
Or
no,
am I mistaken the
no,
actress?
she wasn't. She wasn't.
I thought I saw her in something.
The mom of Mulan was in something recently, and I can't remember. Ah, mm, I know. Oh my god, that's why she was in Star Trek. Sorry, this is old. I just because I've been watching Star Trek Enterprise.
Which star? Oh, okay.
She was in Star Trek Enterprise. She is the wife of O'Brien,
I
aka,
wouldn't know.
yeah. Just say anyone who's seen this, she's the wife of O'Brien. So that looked good. Sub tech guy, smart buys. Smart buy. Sorry. Why do I always keep saying that every week? My bad, bro. But guys, yeah, tell me what you think about the trailers. We talked about
I
Black
like the
Widow
trailer.
and
I'm enjoying.
Mulan.
I've enjoyed both trailers. I'm looking forward. With Black Widow, I'm more looking at it. Is it gonna suffer because we kind of know her fate in Endgame, or is this really more a one and done movie for her to set up the next Black Widow to
Her
pop up in
sister,
the MCU?
her sister, probably in the trailer. Um, Tech guy
And
says, "I don't know, but it's all love." My bad.
and as far as Mulan, I like never watched the animated, but this movie's got me like, yeah, I'm in because I want to see some swords. I want to see some things running up a wall.
That's a movie where the trailer, that is a well executed trailer. You watch that. So, for instance, the Star Wars, um, Rise of the Skywalker trailers. None of them have excited me. Zero.
Oh my
I,
god! But you know what? As far as that, I'm so tired of all the new TV spots.
I mean, there's a lot of TV spots and things like that. But
Oh, just
my thing is, I really don't care. But I will still watch it. Like I will still watch it, but none of the trailers have hit. Like they've not like that Mulan trailer. Let's put it, if you put all the trailers, Black Widow still hits. Like I was like, oh, okay, all right, all right. I see
oh
what you're
yeah,
doing. Mm,
because just like every other Marvel movie, they
yeah.
got Homegirl flying in the air with no backpack, no
And
parachute.
and then Mulan trailer definitely hit. That just was like you like when you and it's
That was
just
a
the
gut
music.
punch.
Yeah, the score right there. You're like, when the dad like tied his leg. You're like, Pop, don't go, Dad. And then he falls down. You're like, man, like he gonna die because he goes out there like that. There's no way he's coming back. You know,
Yeah, but that
uh,
set up the fact that she was gonna go do this for her family.
family.
That's
Yeah,
why I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch because it looks good.
yeah. So that's that. And then I mean, there was TV show trailers in between. We'll get to that, but
There was.
uh, sorry, not TV show. There's the Witcher trailer. Oh no, featurette. It was no trailer. It was a
I didn't
featurette.
watch that because don't care for that. But we did get that final Lost in Space trailer.
Yeah, we got a Lost in Space trailer, which is, I mean, was showing a lot of stuff that I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't expecting any of this.
Yo,
Black Widow superhero landing. Yeah, that's right, man. um, we'll get to Star Wars in a second. We'll talk about that. But yeah, what do you call it again? Lost in Space. Lost in Space trailer looked
that's this.
really.
I believe it's this week.
No, 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 no. This week is
No, no,
not
no. It's
Lost in
next week.
Space.
This week is Expanse
Expand.
and the Ryan Reynolds movie on Netflix.
Yeah, under Six
Six
Underground,
Underground,
and then next week is
Star Wars,
Star Wars and
Witcher,
The Witcher, and
and
then
Lost in
no,
Actually,
Lost
no,
in
Lost
Space
in
is
Space is
before
the
Christmas.
following week.
Before Christmas, yeah. That's because they want to kind of do like the whole family thing with it.
Yo,
Um,
like Warren would say, there's just too much TV
nah, there's not too much TV.
for me and
Um,
you. No,
no, it's not enough. I mean, you can go through the things fast. And then we got Wonder Woman 1984 or what? Yeah, 1984. I want to say giving us all that 80s feel, like just to the core, malls, 80s music, and
yo,
Steve Trevor's
the
back, and
thing
people all
she did
confused.
with her
And
rope and knocked homeboy back. I'm like, okay, that's
so
nice.
yeah, so Patty Jenkins talked about it. They said they took away her weapons in this movie. They didn't want her to fight with weapons except just a lasso, right? So there's a lot of stuff she's going to do with her rope, which is why she's riding lightning. Now,
Well, there that might be a misdirect
no, 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 it is she's riding lightning. I'll tell you
because there
that.
was something on Twitter that I saw that what if that's just something they're giving us, but it could be something else that
The
she's lassoing onto.
nah,
Whatever it is, I'm cool. I did a double take on that part. I'm like, are you for real?
I,
Okay.
I saw that on Twitter too, where people were like, Spider Man is flabbergasted because he can't do that. But no, I mean, look, to me, I mean, the movie is pretty straightforward. If you're a comic book fan, you kind of know. Casio watches a members only jacket, right? Yeah. Um,
Oh, you know what we forgot to?
what?
Bond,
Oh
James Bond.
yes, yes. We'll get to Bond. We'll get to Bond there. It's like, man, to see a lot of trailers this week. But the thing about this movie is it's very straightforward. We got to see Cheetah in there, even though we didn't. We
Oh,
saw
we
her
saw
when
Kristen Wiig.
Rig. Now, Patty Jenkins says Cheetah will be in full Cheetah mode.
Which I'm cool with because I was talking with Whedon earlier. We discussed this trailer and something else that me and him watch, and I was like, I'm cool with them not showing nothing. Just leave her in human form. Save her reveal for the movie. We don't need her to be in her like whatever they're going to put her in. Save that.
I think she also will go through Cheetah stages as well. So we might see a stage of Cheetah in there. In the and not the whole thing, but she just said Cheetah will be a mixture, is mostly practical, but there will be some CGI to enhance certain looks.
Kind of
Um,
like what they did with Mr. Manhattan yesterday.
oh, let's let's just call Watchmen. That's what we're going to end with in that one. But the trailer looked good. Steve Trevor is back. He's real
I
ish.
just want to know how, Sway. How, Sway? How you gonna bring a man back from the dead, Sway?
So you know that thing he was holding.
What thing?
You remember when not him
Maxwell Lord?
Maxwell Lord was holding. Yeah, it's like nah, I'm going to get what I want. That's I mean you call it a wishing stone, but it's something mystical, magical. And you see
So he
that
decides to wish Steve Trevor back.
no, you see that antenna that he has, that antenna, that the massive antenna they showed, right? He's a telepath. Maxwell Lord is a telepath. And I'm thinking he has to do with that stone and him using it because that's his business, right? To say you will, if you use your mind, you get what you want. Now there are consequences to that kind of stuff, right? We don't know what they are, but that's what I'm just putting together and going. That was what I would do in storyline. There's a reason why she has the gold outfit, the gold suits as well.
That shit
Um,
tripped me out too. I'm like, okay, so Wonder Woman's gonna be Hawk Girl too.
she has the gold suits, which I mean, that's an actual suit from the comic, but she needs it to fight Cheetah. I'll just put it out there for you because
Oh, because
Cheetah.
of the scratches and
Oh
all that
no,
other stuff.
Cheetah can tear her up. She's as strong as her and can tear her up. Like that's her biggest villain. Cheetah goes because she was cursed by a deity, so it's the same thing, right?
Well, they kind of didn't touch on that in the Wonder Woman movie,
Yeah. So
the animated guy did.
yeah. So Cheetah can basically just mess her up completely on that. But yeah, it looked good. Can't wait to see it. Then we had Bond, which came out on Wednesday.
That was last week. That was before Black Widow.
Was that before Black Widow?
Yeah.
No, that was Wednesday.
No, it was last week. Believe
It was last Wednesday. Yeah,
it was Tuesday.
Wednesday. They were,
Oh, who cares? You know what? That trailer rocked.
yeah, the trailer was dope. I mean, Bond looks great. I know some people complaining like, oh, there's a female Bond.
Oh,
No,
okay.
she's a female double O, right? And if you want to be practical, yes, there are spies like that, and there are women in the army who will kick your butt. And I know women who do martial arts who just generally just kick your ass any day of the week. So it's to me, it's not that. It's just that as long as you don't have a female Bond. And in the Bond franchise, they've had a different double. Remember there was 006 in GoldenEye who betrayed all of them. So she could still be 007. It doesn't matter because they've done it that way. But you
the
can't
trailer,
change who Bond is.
the trailer set up the fact that Bond was retired.
Yeah, he was retired. So I mean, like
So you need a new 007.
you gotta have
Whether it's
somebody
a
else.
female or not, you had a new 007.
Spectre was not bad. I know what you call him a stink of Spectre.
Look, I've noticed with the Bond series, the first one was great. The second one kind of sucked. Skyfall was great. Spectre was not as bad as 2, but it
Oh,
wasn't as
Quantum of
good.
Solace was all over the place.
So,
I agree.
so this is going to be the fifth one, and it's just going to be like lights out because that trailer was shot.
Yep. See,
Gorgeous.
Ricky says it was Wednesday. So
Okay, I'm wrong. Whoop de doo.
yes, exactly. Eat that one up. Anyway, trailers were good. It was looking good. And let's talk about some shows. Mandalorian, which
We
Dustin's
forgot
asking about.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, my bad. Stop right there. Ghostbusters trailer. You see? Well,
Woo!
so good. Like so, Warren said it best. You know, you got to put Ghostbusters in the right light. I love the fact that they said they hadn't been ghosts for 30 years. I love they showed the YouTube footage, right? You know what I mean? Like he went on YouTube, he's like your you know, is he your granddad or your dad? I think that
That's
would
going to be answered all in this movie.
yeah, I don't know who
Who
is
is
who
what
who
and
is
all
what,
that.
but at least somebody from their family. And I like the kids they picked because they look like Egon's kids or grandkids or whatever, just in
I
general.
mean, dude, just the fact that the kid from Straight, I think he's going to be the breakout star besides Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown's in this?
No, she's not in it, but I'm saying the other kid from
Oh yeah,
Stranger
no, him. Yeah, he will be. He will be.
Things. He's
Um,
over here driving the see. I sent my girl is a straight up like Ghostbusters is her favorite movie.
did she like the new one, the last one that came out?
I don't think she ever watched it,
Oh, okay.
but she liked the first two.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And after I watched the trailer, I sent it to her. I'm like, you need to watch this trailer. You might like it. And she was disappointed with the fact that the car started right up. The Ecto Cruiser starts right up. She's like, dude, that car's been sitting for 30 years. Like, she puts things together. I'm like, look,
Yeah, but
it's just
remember,
the way the trailer's cut.
yeah,
We
but also
don't
no, but also
know.
again, it is Egon who did that car. It's a very different thing. Remember, he's a very smart dude. I mean, so I put it more as like if it's Egon's machinery, it will work. If it's not Egon stuff, it will not work. Remember, this guy made a containment for ghosts. So, but I do understand. I do definitely understand like her thinking where we were like,
I was just like, Paul Rudd is a good choice.
oh,
I'm over here thinking he's going to be some type of Ghostbuster, but nope.
nah.
He's just a regular teacher.
Paul Rudd, Paul Rudd is the best choice for this because he can play off a lot of people. Kind of like you having Kristen Wiig in Wonder Woman. If you want more comedy other than Steve Trevor, that's not really like laugh out funny, but just moments. Kristen Wiig can give you.
Trevor's just looking at a trash can thinking it's art.
Yeah, I mean, that dude's lost in time, man. It's like almost how many years? Like 50 years
40,
or so? 40, 50 years. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, things are a little off there, but it definitely makes sense. But Ghostbusters trailer is on point. All right, let's head back to Dustin's point of what do we think of Mandalorian. You can kick it off because,
Okay, so straight up, the episode was the weakest of the bunch, but still enjoyable. I did not need to go back to Tatooine. I did not need to land back where the Falcon was. I did not need to go back to that damn cantina. And then let's, for fuck's sake, Scar, excuse me, but let's have the stupid new guy sit where Han Solo shot Guido. Why not? Why not? All that was not needed. Dave Filoni, I get it. You're the Star Wars expert and all this other stuff, but my dude, you dropped the ball with this one.
We didn't have to go there and we could go there. We didn't have to go there to do the same things. What we needed to do was do something else there. Yep. And I get it. He was only a pit stop because he needed money to fix his ship. But also again, it was like a waste of two characters. One, the new guy, and second, whoever he was, but second also May.
Yeah, man, that was disappointing. Like, you guys guest star her to get shot in the gut. Really?
Yeah.
What a.
Uh,
I mean,
So
cool. She had some pretty cool fight scenes, but they could have did a little better with her.
nah, it was a way. Okay. What do you think of the end? And Tech Guy says
That scene, to me,
Boba Fett at the end. Is that Boba
looking
Fett?
at the outfit, no, it's not Boba Fett. It looked like Giancarlo Esposito's character. Just in his outfit. Look at Giancarlo's photo with the black on top, and then if you look at the whole outline of the bottom, he's wearing all black. So to me, it's setting up Giancarlo Esposito,
Who is he supposed to be?
some imperial slumlord.
Oh, okay. Look, you know my take already with Mandalorian. It's nice, but it's not nice enough for me. Um, it's here's my problem with this, and I think Disney needs to learn quick if they want to stay in this game. The reason I say this is because when we go to Watchmen, HBO already knows what this is. Netflix is learning, right? Is you cannot give me just because I'm going to Tatooine, I should know and remember, right? And I should care. I want a story that makes me, and then you can't just throw in Baby Yoda so that you hook everybody on. Yeah, that's like to me, my problem with this show, even though I like the show, is Disney has forgotten how to make. Actually, they don't know how to make shows. Let's call it what it is, because they don't have not really done anything on this caliber before. So they've forgotten what it is to make it show and keep it captivating. They've thrown things to keep you entertained because you're like, okay, what are you going to do with Baby Yoda, right? What's the plan with that? But the
I don't even think they know what the plan is yet.
but here's the problem though: there are no subplots in this show. Zero subplots. What is the other plot in this show other than Baby Yoda?
Mandalorian goes, Mandalorian wins, but along the way he gets his butt
That's
kicked.
but that's not a subplot. That's just the actions that happen in there. Yeah, I mean, Rick, story is everything, but it's to me the story is flat. The reason the story works is Baby Yoda, and that's it. You take it out, you replace it with anyone, or even if you had to just save a little kid, some little regular human kid, pah, who cares? I mean, that's what's annoying me because I wish there was more to the back world of now that the empire's gone, right, and all these outer lying planets, these other things that happen, like things that make me want to I don't want to explore this world. I just want to know what happened to Baby Yoda and be done.
So there's a thing that Palpatine was behind it all.
Behind what?
The creation of everything. The whole First Order.
Oh
All.
yeah, of course. I mean, he's the main bad guy. He's coming back. Is Snoke is dead, or is he going to come back, or is man, I don't know.
Uh, that is going to be explained in this final movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, we'll see. But if you're going to make a show, even if I don't care about this Palpatine plot, but I want to know what happens in this world. Like, are there more gangsters like Jabba the Hutt? Will that play into it? You know what I mean? Like, just give me something like that, because
Well,
then I know.
I believe the last episode we got a Hut reference.
Not a reference. I don't want a reference. I want to know. Look, when you build shows, any show that you watch, they are subplots, left and right. Game of Thrones, whether you liked or hated season 8, there were still many subplots that had to be answered, or maybe not even answered, but you're like, oh, okay, this goes here and this goes here, and this is what happens. So for me, that's where Mandalorian is at its weakest because it doesn't give me more than, oh, okay, Mandalorian's a badass. He gets kicked, his butt gets kicked sometimes, but he eventually will win because he has to take Baby Yoda somewhere, and we got to resolve some part of that question by the end of the season.
They go into season 2 and he still has them.
Yeah, exactly. So to me, it's a reason why I don't have Disney Plus. I'm using somebody else's because right now this is the only show on Disney Plus because everything is the movies that I've seen. It's only shown Disney Plus that I would care to watch, but when I watch it, I'm like, no. which is why like it gives me, not to just put a side plot on like streaming service. I can see why HBO can wait till next year, because when they give you something, you are just
Hey,
going to
giving
have
you
to
something.
watch.
I need to get Disney. Not Disney. DC's universe. I'm hearing good things about this Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I saw a clip of the Harley Quinn show with Kite Man, and Kite Man, and he was trying to pick up Poison Ivy. It looked funny. It looked good. So I was like, okay, I definitely need to see that. But anyway, let's move over to Watchmen, episode 8. A god walks into a bar, and talk
No, no,
about
no, no. A god walks into
a bar.
a bar.
A bar. A lot of play on words. I mean, then again, this show has been hitting strides episode after episode after episode after episode. I mean, like, it's impressive what they've done. Now, this is all spoilers, so if you have not watched the episode of Watchmen, I mean, sorry, because there's no way to talk about it without, to me at least, I think, without spoiling it. Because even the way Doctor Manhattan talks to Angela in the bar, he basically was spoiling their relationship. That's
In
about
more
to come.
many words.
Yeah. I mean, talk about spitting, like, for somebody who has no humor or game, talk about spitting game by telling her what is going to happen, how it happened, and when you're going to tell me, because it's going to happen in 30 minutes. But it's okay. Let's keep going on. And he kept on going, like, you're going to have a date with me tomorrow? You're going to have a date with me tomorrow? That kind of thing. It was solid. It was solid all the way. And I really like the casting of Yaya as Dr. Manhattan. Played that role really well.
We could have done without the nakedness.
Yeah, we didn't have to. I mean, we just done the butt shot. That would have been. I mean, that's a
We
normal.
got a
That's,
little bit of the front, and then
yeah, yeah. We got quite a bit. Where I was like, but I
now I
mean,
know why she chose that body.
you know when there's select. But I do see. I love the fact that this episode explained a lot of things, and it didn't feel like they slapped it on. You know, like how some shows when it's and it, like Game of Thrones, even like season 8, they had to like here, right? As opposed to this one was like Doctor Manhattan. Basically, they told us that the fix for his relationship was was actually a weapon by by Adrian Veidt, Ozymandias, right?
Now it explains why he's on Saturn.
Yeah, and that's why he explains why he can't come back. It's not like he can yell for Dr. Manhattan to bring him back, because the guy can't remember stuff, And then the best part is she was the one that got Judd killed and started the whole cycle, because she said, "Ask." Remember, he was ask Mike, where are you now? I'm talking to your grandfather right now. Ask him if how he knew about Judd and his white supremacist robe, and he's like, "Who's Judd?" And she's like, "Oh snap!" And he goes, "Huh? This proves the theory: chicken and the egg. They both come at the same time." Oh man, this episode was really. I think it was.
This was a good penultimate episode. When Homeboy comes out at the end and just zap, 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 head blowing off everywhere, I'm like,
But you know what he says though? He says a couple
awesome.
of things about Doctor Manhattan, right? And somebody has said this before and said, Doctor Manhattan. He said this before. He said he everybody has strings except he's seen the strings, and his string is time. He cannot deviate off that. If you notice some of the things that happen, especially when they were in a relationship, where she was getting, I remember they were having sex and she's like, "Where are you now?" Right? And he's like, "I'm at the bar talking to you." And then she's like, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." They got into a fight. He's like, we're going to get into a fight. It's like, "No, we're not." And then she starts, she's like, "Yeah, we're getting into a fight." Then she's like, "We are in a fight." And then he goes, "Confirmed, we are in a fight." Like, literally, he cannot go beyond that. And then finally, when she's like, she wanted him to go, you could tell she wanted him to go, but she goes, "Do you want me to say it?" He goes, "Yes." And she goes, "Please leave." And you can see his face reaction was like, it was sadness in a sense, because he cannot deviate from it for whatever reason.
So he needed to get captured, even
Yeah,
though he could have avoided it.
exactly. I mean, he could have just teleported off the planet, Think about it.
He could have went back to Saturn
You could have gone
or
anywhere.
Jupiter. I'm sorry.
Europe or moon or Jupiter. You can go anywhere. It doesn't matter. And then, yeah, you really have to listen to when Dr. Manhattan talks. That's very true. The other thing too is Dr. Manhattan's kryptonite is what?
Angela.
Um, two. Actually, he has two. I mean, he can't see past tachyons. Tachyons confuse him. So that's one thing. But the other thing is he is women. He has a type. He has a type of women that he likes, and it's women who. Somebody said this in the podcast I listened to, and I was like, I kind of agree. Women who have hero archetypes running through their family. Remember, the first Silk Spectre, second one, her daughter, Angela, whose father was Hooded Justice. So there's he has grandfather's Hooded Justice, and and I like the fact that they made it. The answer to the question is Dr. Man, does he not care? He does care. He was trying to connect back to humanity in his own
Now,
weird way.
here's something weird. Why was his memories going into an elephant? The
Who?
grandfather.
I don't know. So you haven't answered that
But
question.
then he teleports the kids to the grandfather.
No, the white grandfather, aka the guy from they only showed him briefly.
The beginning, the first episode.
Yeah, the guy from Supernatural, yeah. No, her grandfather. You're right, her grandfather, yeah.
Yeah, he said them, but he was an elephant the previous episode. Now,
no, he wasn't an elephant. He wasn't an elephant. So the elephant treatment is a treatment for this. Nobody knows how the treatment works, but I think it's because elephants have very big brains. One, so they can always suck out, whatever you're feeling and transfer over. And then there's the whole thing of elephant never forgets. So even if it's sucking out all, your memory will still be maintained and you can bring that back in, right? So there's that.
But now he's going to be, this next episode, he's going to have Angela there and his old love.
Mm-hmm. And remember, Looking Glass is still alive.
Where the hell is he at?
Looking Glass is where his old flame is. Silk Spectre. Because remember, one of the KKK guys, the 7 Cavalry guys, didn't have his mask when Petey found him. They all walked in with masks. This is how. That's just a little detail. That's how you know he's alive and he's there. Because he came in with a mask. And then one guy was on the floor dead without a mask. So I think that's where PD Looking Glass went to. So we'll see. Now the question is this: will they succeed? Because Dr. Manhattan also said his powers can be transferred.
But see, now that's a good question because granted they were suppressed with the little ring. He's been romantically involved with Angela for 10 years.
I know some people have said that maybe she also has power sets because it's there. He's in disguise. No, his powers still work in disguise. He just doesn't know how to use them.
Remember, the ring was dampening his powers. Only
it wasn't dampening. It just made him forget who he was and how to use it.
Came along,
and then there's just
handle something.
No, he basically just can. It's a reflex action, pretty much. So his full power sets are there. He just does not know how to use it, which is why when she took it out,
that scene was a little like, whoa.
He had to remember. He had to recognize, what it was. And who he was, and not who he was, but he didn't know his place in time. See, that's why I say time was a big issue for him, because once he didn't know his place in time, he couldn't do anything. It was like
he had to go outside, stand on the pool, all this other stuff.
Standing on the pool was because he was now back in the time when he told her in the bar he walks on water. He's like, this is important for you. See, so he's already off. That's what most people didn't get. Like that scene may not make sense to a lot of people, but it makes sense for who he is. He has to flow in time continuously. When he's off, then he starts plucking different points in time. And then he remember he said he was hungry. He's never actually hungry, but because he's also thought he was now Cal, so it means he's hungry. So he was making food. So he was off at that point. Like he was trying to organize things and put things back together to make it everything make sense. So that was actually it was a cool scene. And again, like that ending, you're right. He just comes out, and the thing is that you can see to me it was very deliberate. He can go on and just wiped all of them like this if he wanted to. But because he knew very well, and again, remember, he left one person alive. If you think about it, right? The one person who will get up on the machine and then fire and teleport him out.
Oh, I thought maybe that dude was just hiding.
No, no. I mean, Angela shot that guy, but I think she clipped him or something, and then he got up. So here's the thing: will we see a second Manhattan type character?
I
Because
hope it ain't the senator.
I think he might be, but I think also, but here's the other part too. So going through all the theories, some people are saying that maybe also Lady True is making another Manhattan.
We'll have to wait
Till next
till
week,
Sunday.
Sunday. It's gonna be dope, man. Going to be dope.
So what's our expand schedule?
Uh,
Do we even know if it's coming out week to week or all at once?
I think it's all at once. I am stuck not watching the whole thing until at least Sunday because I got my girl on Expanse. Now she is completely hooked, and she has to finish this last season. Before I was like, no, I like this is my show. This is my show.
Nope.
Yeah, I was like, I need to watch my show. You know what I mean? Like, I explained it to her, and then she just started watching her own, and then her favorite character is Amos.
Who doesn't like Amos, man?
Yeah.
Amos is like straight to the point. Oh, you want to fight? Let's go.
And then when Jim and Naomi started behaving off character for a while, she's like, I do need to stop this shit and get it together because we can't have them behaving like like two opposites. So, but that I can't wait for this season. And if you've listened to the books, this season is nothing compared to next. If they touch on it in the second half of the season, we'll see. But compared to the next season afterwards,
The next book.
no, I'm just saying for the show. Just the next season, what happens to the solar system that we're in? And oh man, if that actually happens, if that there's a new character that comes in, that character is really cool and annoying. But the funny thing, he's not the worst cat. He's not even the most badass character because after that book, there is another character that I think was mentioned earlier, and we see. I have to just check that comes in that literally just decimates the whole place. That's all I can say because the book does a good job of each season moving you away from it's just Earth, Mars, and belts, to other things, other things, other things, other things, other things. And the show has kind of done that too. Remember, proto molecule was, okay, fine, it's alien life, right? And then we get stargates, and then all these other things added to it. So there's a lot there. It's a lot in there. So
Mm.
it's
Are we gonna
it's gonna be fun.
we're gonna get the band back for that one?
I think we might just have to do a full review, just because I think they're dropping the whole thing. All
We just
Amazon,
do-
all Amazon shows. So we'll probably do like maybe might do that video on Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that.
See, we got to get with Fat Produce. You two are the resident book people.
Yeah, we will. I'll hit him up, see if Wednesday next week, because I think with Jack Ryan they dropped the whole season. It was nothing. There's no week to
Is
week.
that any good?
Jack Ryan's good. Season 2 was a little bit of a letdown. There were some humps in between. Season 1 is excellent. excellent season one. The reason I like season one is because they give you the motive of the terrorist, and you understand why he did what he did. And you, it's not something of saying like you're siding with terrorists, but the things that happen, you go like, I mean, like it's that bad guy. You go like, I see why he. I mean, okay, it's like the Joker, right? In the sense, right? He's a terrible person. He's done bad things, but you know where it came from. So yeah, that's
Okay.
it. Well,
Been
that
thinking
is
about
it.
that one.
What do you say?
I've been thinking about checking that one out.
Which one?
Jack Ryan.
Yeah, yeah, definitely check it out. The first season, you would like the first season. The second season, you would like it. There's some parts you're like, I think they just,
It's probably going to be the second season of The Wire.
yeah, they didn't get their story down. And also because, in a sense, they pulled back. So season one is like pre Jack Ryan. I call it pre Jack Ryan from the movies and from the books, right? Not really pre, but he's not really, the Jack Ryan. And then to what, as it progresses, you're like, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. And then it's like season two, they pulled it back again a little
Hmm.
bit. A little bit. So I think maybe they just didn't want to progress it too far, and they kind of overdid it a little bit in the first season. But the story just made sense. Like when you watch it, you will go, oh, like I mean, everything just flowed. Like some of the thing about Jack Ryan is cool is how he finds terrorists, or how he finds people, how he finds connection with money, things that move around, that people don't see those connections. So it's not really, I mean, yeah, there's action, there's all that stuff, but also there's him going like, no, 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 money was moved to this account and something happened here and this guy did this. And everyone's like,
He pays
well,
attention to the detail.
yeah, everybody's like, and then it's like, boom, here you go. That kind of thing. So there's a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
definitely
that.
check that out.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much, Lou,
And
for
then
joining as always.
this Friday is also The Runaways.
I haven't watched season two. I kind of fell away from the Runaways.
Season two was pretty good, and I just found out today this is the final season of The Runaways.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Um,
Freaking Disney.
Disney's coming back. I'll just put this out there. Hey, HBO, Warner Brothers, please cancel every CW superhero show, and please remake your superhero show on HBO Max and call it a day. Do not do. I mean, I think my annoyance really came from watching Watchmen and then going into this. I
It
just felt
doesn't help.
it doesn't help. But anyway,
That's
guys,
why I did it the opposite.
yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes, yes.